somebody stop me. Stop me, stop me. Somebody stop me. Stop me, stop me. Oh, somebody stop me. Lord, if I'm doing it.
Hey everybody, it's the Coach, and this is Monday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one on tap between America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, and the Chicago Tigers. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godwin and Charles Davis.
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Chicago Tigers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. And I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game, there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season... Week 1 of the season as we drop you into the first drive of this ball game and get our first look at this offense. On first down, Smith. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, it's Smith. Forced out to his left. Finding some room at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, Smith. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
To throw is Smith. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be
Pass
on?
interference. Defense.
Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Smith on first down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Throwing is Smith. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Now Smith. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They snap it to Smith. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. Jay Gruden's guys unable to convert on 4th down. Still 0-0 here in quarter 1, but an early test to check in on as we've got a 3rd down situation looming. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there. No score as of yet. Defenses have ruled here into the 2nd quarter. But here's another 3rd down situation to check in on. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Oh, and now some space down lane. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A really nice pickup of 14. No score as of yet. Defenses have ruled here into the 2nd quarter. But here's another 3rd down situation to check in on.
Let's go. 15.
Here's Smith to throw on 3rd down. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. Here we go on 4th. Smith. He may try and run for this. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Second quarter, the offense is struggling. No points for either side, but that can change right here with a field goal. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Second quarter, the offense is struggling. No points for either side, but that can change right here with a field goal. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And that is going to be incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it. On 2nd down now, this defense sort of finding themselves with their backs against the wall. Ball in the red zone. Prescott yet again. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3. Well, this offense has struggled. They have not scored yet. They trail. But a chance here late in the second quarter to try to get some points on the board. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And an alley to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Pass interference. Defense.
So flag for the
Automatic
contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. In for the score. And his guys are able to strike for 6.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you?
A potential turning point in a one-score game. What can this defense do as they look to hold on to their second-half lead? They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early.
False start. Offense.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
In, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
The situation changes a bit now. 1st and goal from back at the 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making them do it that way, didn't they?
They'll try to throw now. Prescott looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the picture becoming pretty clear here. The defense just looking for a stop because a touchdown, and they would trail on the scoreboard. They're hoping to preserve this slim one-score lead. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. A dump off to Elliott. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Third and long for Prescott. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down. Two huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on second down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die fourth down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, but whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They're just brimming with it right now.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Alex Smith and the offense heading out. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Smith now to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now, Smith. Steps away to his left. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now it's Smith. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The offense on third down tonight, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Smith now to throw. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get this down to the 10. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a first. Smith. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got a lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And it's caught. And now running right through it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. As his guys are in for 6. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Fourth quarter, tight spot here. Kicking team down by 3, going for the onside kick. So 20 seconds remain. It'll come down to this. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as it. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. So make some room next to Tom Dempsey on the NFL's all-time field goal distance leaderboard. That's going to go down officially as a 63-yarder.
Let's not forget about David Akers, Jason Elam, and Sebastian Janikowski, too. So now Matt Prater at 64 has got a little bit of company up near the top spot. That was one heck of a kick right there.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So the field goal unit is coming on here. And, boy, this is going to be darn near impossible. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will make this a 9-point lead. And this stadium is abuzz after that one, understandably so. I cannot believe he hit that thing.
And you can't help but think back to Tom Dempsey. And his record stood for, 43 years until Matt Prater broke it. And now here's a new record. And I'm with you. I cannot believe that ball went through the posts.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for the home team here, it's a great win here on a Monday night as they'll start the new campaign 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is
Thanks
Madden
for
19
watching
on
me.
EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one in store between the Chicago Tigers and the Tennessee Titans. With that, let's head up to Nashville for the Titans home opener. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Tigers and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row. And now time to check into the action as this offense tries to see if they can put a drive together here early in this first quarter. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Back to throw, Smith. That escapes the sack. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down. They are going for it. It's Smith. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Titans, they got... We have a red zone update. This defense stacked up here with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. They keep it with Yeldon on 1st down. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
On play action, Mariota. He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. Coming up here, this defense looking for a 3rd down stop in the 2nd quarter. Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1. Able to shake him up, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. second quarter, this defense looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. On third down, Mariota. And that's incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree.
This offense hoping to put together a drive that will end at least 3 points to get them the lead here going into the lockers. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. On first down, Smith. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, it's Smith. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. Smith on first down. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. In for the score. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Time for this defense to try and stiffen as they'll try here to defend a 1st and 10 situation at their own 17-yard line. To the football, it's blocked.
Sometimes you're never quite sure there's actually scheme that got the ball blocked. But I know one thing. The special teams coach, he's going to take the pats on the back for it anyway.
It's always interesting to watch after the block, the scramble for the football. Nice job there. They kept their wherewithal, got it, able to return it.
And on that, he can take the pats on the back because once you get the block, everything...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead as those two teams approach halftime. Doug Baldwin, a touchdown reception. From there, it's off to Jacksonville to see what's going on with the Jags. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Blake Bortles has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. Sterling Shepard, a touchdown reception. In the game you're watching, it's been the veteran Alex Smith with a strong first half. His guys have the lead on the road as we get you back up to Nashville and say hello once again to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Well, points have been hard to come by in this one, and it's the third quarter. Defenses have reigned supreme. Can the defense reign supreme once more on third down? Let's find out. They go play action. Mariota. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Okay, time to hop back into this one. It's a red zone alert with a 1st and 10 upcoming down at the 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Smith. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
To throw on third down, Smith. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown of the new season. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix.
A field goal does them no good here as we drop you into this situation. Offense staying out there, and they are going on fourth down. Desperation time. Mariota on fourth down. And no, it's incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And as a we've got an onside kick coming up. With a kicking team trailing by 5, they need to recover this football. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for our visitors, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.